Hello everybody, welcome to Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central European time on the dollar. We do this show every day, Monday to Friday, because we gotta know what's happening in Bitcoin, altcoins and everything else. And of course, guys, we also gotta know what's happening with Turbo, because Mladen has been getting everybody really rallied up about Turbo. So I'm here to tell you that it's gonna go down. There's no more pumps for Turbo. Nah, I don't know what's gonna happen with Turbo, guys. I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's not a good thing. I don't know. But, by the time that I wanna, buy into something, I'm thinking it's probably a little bit, too late. A little bit too late. So we're gonna check the chart of Turbo as well. There is a nice channel on Turbo. And, it needs to do a little bit more stuff to actually go towards upside. But there are already, some worrying signs on the chart. And but it can go up, of course, everything can go up. Celsius was up something like, I just saw this, Celsius was up, 259%. I don't know why this thing over here, but this thing pumps like crazy, man. This thing pumps like crazy, and it's very volatile. This is like 16x. 16x move up here towards upside. I don't know who is betting on these moves, but these are extreme moves. And Celsius, where is Celsius up here? And you can see a big chart of Celsius up here. Celsius has always these very these are like 50% moves every single time. And from this bottom over here towards the top, it did like 24x. Up here, so it's gonna do 100x again over here towards upside. If Celsius is ever gonna come to up to some kind of all-time high, it's gonna do probably you have to do 100x or something like that, right? I don't know much about Celsius. I don't know what they do. I'm not fundamentalist, so there is that. So we're gonna be focusing on this chart over here today. This is a Bitcoin chart. And right now you'll see up here that we are just maybe up here coming out of this channel that I have on the chart. The big question is the channel legit or not? But there is always that. How's everybody doing in the chat, guys? Robert Dimitri, good morning. How do you doing? 3 months TFN club member, man. Robert, thanks for the support. Mladen Petrov is in the chat, of course. Shilling Turbo. Rick, good morning. What's up? Linda, good morning from UK. How you doing, Linda? Morning from rainy Lagos. Yeah, here in Norway is also very rainy right now. It's not actually rainy. It's kind of it's raining just, just enough to make everything wet, but not enough to make it rain, I don't know how to explain it. What's up, Wei? How you doing, man? The Butin, what's up? What's Gort? We gotta know. Jeez. Batch Guitar is in the chat. How you doing, man? Green is Goblin, good morning. Yeah, I'm spamming in our group about Turbo. I think TL is going to ban me. Nah, never banning somebody for spamming stuff that's going up. I'm only banning for people that are spamming about stuff that is going down, right? So you better hope that Turbo keeps on going up, because if it starts going down and you keep on spamming it, I'm gonna ban you. Celsius must be changed owners. I still wouldn't touch it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Celsius one of those, things that crashed. That's why it's so volatile. Yeah, it's like Luna stuff, right? Celsius. Okay, that's why it's up like 100% today or something like that. Morning, Bean Chicken. How you doing, man? Long time no see. How you doing? So where are we gonna start? Are we gonna start with the boring stuff like Bitcoin, or are we gonna do Turbo USDT? So, of course, Mladen likes this chart. Mladen likes this chart. It looks nice. It looks nice until you see the drop down here, of course. And right now it's climbing towards the upside. But there is definitely a channel up here or something. But I think it's breaking the channel. Now it's back up above the channel, so you cannot say it's breaking the channel. Give us some clarity up here. Might have gone a little bit towards the downside over here, on the downside over here. So I think there is a very legit line up here somewhere. Some clarity up here. You can see up here, failed that, came up here towards these stops up here again. So right now it's hitting this resistance level over here at the top. And the big question is, you're gonna break that towards the upside. Now, it is very important to break this level over here when it comes to Turbo, because Turbo is having a channel. Something like this over here, give or take. And you'll see right now that it's coming to this resistance over here. Now the problem up here with this resistance over here, this midline, is when it came up here, first time, second time, And right now, if it fails to go up there for the third time, if it just comes up here and goes back down here, this is pretty much over, right? So it needs to break right now. It's at a very critical level of resistance over here. We can see up here, right up here, right? That's the level of resistance. It's very critical level of resistance. It needs to break these highs up here at the top. You know, technically it's already kind of breaking this, you know, these highs up here on the 4-hourly time frame. But let me see the daily up here. Yeah, even the daily is creating this higher high up here on the chart. And when you look at RSI, there is no problem up here. I mean, still, you know, everything still goes towards the upside up here on the RSI. It's still below the zero line, so it can definitely break the zero line and explode towards the upside. Maybe it's gonna pull back a little bit on the downside, you know, hit the bottom, some kind of bottom, and then explode. But and weekly we don't have enough data, but you know, this is the best we can do. It's only at 50, you know, some kind of 50 you know, 50 RSI. Now the problem up here with this 50 RSI is that when stuff goes towards the downside and then starts going towards the upside, so it went down and went up over here. Now once it goes towards the upside, up here is 50 levels, should be some kind of resistance level, and it pulls back. So it can go, you know, do this move over here, right, towards the downside. So I wouldn't say that this is very bullish, being at 50 level when you're coming from the bottom up here, because it needs to break this 50 levels, and the pullback that might actually be bullish. 50, there is a difference on the RSI. There is a difference between going from the bottom towards the 50 level and breaking the 50 level and going to the 50 level. And going to the 50 level from the top, right? There is a difference, right? Because when you're going, just like, you know, just like support and resistance on the chart, when you're going from the above towards downside, it's going to act as a support, but right now it's acting as a resistance because it needs to break this 50 level to continue going higher. So I would consider that a little bit, you know, sketchy move. And the big thing that's, you know, keeping me off turbo right now is this midline over here. So this midline over here, the fact that we had these big 2 pumps, there is one more thing that's keeping me off. We had one pump up here, second pump up here. Right now we're having this double bottom up here, climbing up here, high up above that. This technically should go higher here again, but I don't know. It's still, you know, at the resistance up here, it's very, very sketchy. It's very, very sketchy. Unfortunately, I didn't listen to Mladen when he was shilling turbo down here or here. I don't know where he was shilling it, but you know, I wasn't listening to that. Turbo is right now up something like 182% since, you know, the bottom. So, you know, somebody's happy. But there is this one thing called volume on the chart. And if you go to the daily time frame, you'll see that volume has been going down steadily. Entire move towards the upside. Steadily, the volume has been decreasing towards the downside. And that is the biggest thing on the chart that actually keeping me, you know, very, very, you know, very, very cautious when it comes to turbo, because when price is going up, very, you know, goes very fast towards downside, and you have this, you know, very nice pumps towards upside, and you have you know, because over here it was going down, the volume is going up, then we had a pump, but you know, the volume is still going down. So volume is always going down, right? So the volume is always going down. But it kind of looks sketchy, you know. We have rising channel up here, rising channel with a falling volume up here. Yeah, I mean, if it breaks up here towards the upside, it can definitely explode. But, you know, I'm a little bit cautious. Now, let's see what Mladen says in the chat with the turbo. Yeah, that's the same. That's the line I have. So it pulled back down over here. It came to the more, you know, some kind of support level and bounced off that. It actually went a little bit lower below the line, if you see on my chart. Over here it actually went a little bit below. It is the same line, right? So you're pulling back, it pulled back below the line over here, got up here, got very, very nice support. You can see here very nice support on the line, double bottom, created a double bottom up here. It technically should go higher, but you know, it seems sketchy. It seems sketchy, unfortunately. So I'm a little bit unsure about that. So we're gonna see that. Oftentimes when these channels comes, you know, and goes towards top, and then the last time it fails to go up here towards the top, and then breaks again towards the downside up here. That's pretty much over, right? But we don't know. Right now it's at resistance, so you know, there is that. Heavy storms in central US. Yeah. Oh, it is. Good morning, Ed. Good morning, Thomas. How you doing, man? Okay, so let's check out what's happening with Bitcoin over here. Now, for whatever reason, this channel up here, this bull flag that I call a bull flag up here, this is a bull flag, or you might call it even a pennant, because you know there are some people who are drawing this as a pennant over here, right? A pennant. So whether it's a pennant or a bull flag really doesn't matter. It is bullish. And we saw the bullishness over here now kicking in right now. And then pulling back and everybody thinking, it's a fake out, it's gonna go back down again. And it's just getting this support over here, and right now it wants to climb again towards the upside. There is a lot of bullishness on the chart. There is a lot of bullishness on the chart, especially if you look at some kind of bigger time frames. There is literally nothing wrong with the chart. There is literally nothing wrong with the chart. This is some, this is a weekly candle. We managed to get a high up here, and then a higher high up here over here. And right now we're continuing that, but we still have 2 days left and 17 hours left. So this is not over just yet. So we gotta see how this plays out. But this looks like just consolidation up here. There is no, this is not a topping out pattern, guys. You have to be really, really good to figure out where the topping out pattern is and how topping out pattern behaves. So topping out pattern will be something like this over here, where we go some kind of a exhaustion move towards the upside, right? That's a topping out pattern. But it's not very toppy. It's not very toppy. Just because this goes something like this, it could be topping out pattern, but this is a exhaustion pattern more than topping out pattern. Topping out patterns are parabolic moves. They are these big head and shoulders patterns and stuff like that. Those are the topping out patterns. But this over here is just consolidation up here, consolidation at the top up here, give or take something like this up here, maybe something like down here towards the downside. And right now we are breaking this towards the upside, going towards the upside. I do definitely feel more bullish than bearish over here. So there is that. If you look at the moving averages, we are above all moving averages on the 3-day time frame, 2-day time frame, daily time frame. We can see up here how nicely we got support by the 10 moving average, but this can of course pull back down again. And crypto say we might be right for a little while, and then we might explode. Because why can this pull back? Because we still have 3 days left, guys. Today is last day of the monthly candle, 16 hours left. Monthly candle looks like it's gonna close above the 20 moving average over here. It looks like it's gonna close above the resistance over here. You can see up here resistance, so it's definitely gonna close above. It's not definitely, I mean, it can definitely pull back below 29.3, but we're gonna close above, literally above everything over here on the chart. Literally above everything on the chart, and I think it's above everything. Let me find something where on some chart where we have, and we don't have 200 moving average. Where is 200 moving average? Why is there not 200 moving average up here? Let me quickly spot over here. SMA, what's this? 200 moving average, but where is it? There is no, there is no monthly 200 moving average on this monthly time frame. We don't have 200 moving average on monthly. Interesting. That's good. That's fine. Good. But you can see up here that these level of resistance are getting broken right now. There is no divergence on the monthly time frame. The bullish cross is coming in, and this is monthly time frame, guys. This is not 1 hourly, 4 hourly, anything like that. This is monthly time frame. You are getting bullish cross on the MACD. There is no divergence on the RSI. RSI is crossing the 50 line up here towards the upside, bullishly, breaking above all moving averages. It's really hard to be bearish right now. I mean, even up here on the weekly time frame, there is no divergence. Now, a lot of people don't know how these things works. This over here is not what we are looking at. We are looking at this move up here. There is no divergence on the chart, guys. It's not this one, it's this one down here, right? It's this one down here. We can, squeeze these moves up here a little bit more, and then you'll see real nicely. There is no divergence on the chart. There is literally no divergence on the chart. So, no divergences. Bitcoin breaking major resistance level. And what we always say, on big time frames, when you are breaking resistance level, you become bullish. If you are breaking supports, you become bearish. If you are hitting resistance level and you cannot break that, you become bearish. If you are hitting support level and if you cannot break, they become bullish. So, on the monthly time frame, guys, we are breaking the resistance levels like you know what. 2 major resistance levels, this up here, top up here, and there is the 20 moving average, give or take. We are breaking those in less than 16 hours right now. And how can you be bearish? It's insane. So for the next 3 months, July, August, September, pump. October, big dump. 14 October 2023, there will be a major event. Black Swan, event, something like that. And it's gonna dump. It's gonna dump big time. But it might start dumping before that. But the big dump is gonna be on 14 October. Remember that. Remember that. So we are very bullish. Big time frames. Monthly looks beautiful. Weekly looks very nice. Continuing towards the upside. Small time frames, the daily time frame up here looks like consolidation up here. You can see up here these stops up here at the top. Right now trying to break those levels. You can see up here trying to break those levels. Even breaking up here on the daily time frame, but you know, we haven't closed the candle yet. We haven't confirmed that. So there is a lot of bullishness going on. So Bitcoin is already good. We know that Bitcoin is good, looking nice. The big problem is what are altcoins doing. And over here, you'll see that we were thinking that it might go a little bit more high towards the upside. So we are coming very, very close to this 200 moving average on the dominance chart. We are expecting this to go something like this up here and that altcoins will explode. So altcoin season are already on its way. And I think a lot of coins are already, starting to, make moves from these bottoms. Beside this one up here, this pullback, and right now, Tron is very strong coin, guys. I don't know how to tell you, but Tron is very, very powerful and strong coin. But a lot of these charts are right now have pulled back and getting ready to do major moves towards the upside, guys. Major moves towards the upside. Doesn't matter what it is. You can see up here, this move up here went down here towards these bottoms up here, and right now everything is ready to do major big moves towards the upside. So people are not considering this altcoin season just yet because, Bitcoin is still leading the way. But this is just the first start. So I think the altcoin season already started. And here's the reason why. Because once these bottoms down here has been reached, and right now when you start moving towards the upside, although we are not outperforming Bitcoin, everything is still going slowly towards the upside. And then at one point you get this last move that people think that's altcoin season, and that's not altcoin season. That's just the ending of the altcoin season. Just like when you have Bitcoin, right? Just like when you have Bitcoin, and you have the you have the bull market, what people think it's a bull market, which is not actually a bull market. This is just the ending of the bull market. The entire bull market, let me just remove the moving averages and make this, logarithmic chart over here so you can see it very nicely. The entire bull market up here lasted from accumulation phase, markup, and ending phase up here towards the upside, right? This over here is not the bull market. The entire thing is the bull market up here towards the upside, right? This is the entire thing. This over here is just, exit liquidity. This is just the last part where we just, bounce up, get everybody to FOMO in, and then exit at the top, right? This is just the last part. The entire thing up here is the bull market. Just the way this entire thing over here is the bear market, this entire thing over here is the bull market. And right over here right now that's happening again, but people, fail to understand that this entire thing up here is the bear market. Now you might say it's going over here, but we actually thought it, capitulation should be where the bear market actually ends, right? So over here we had capitulation, over here, so the rest over here, the entire part up here is the bull market. We are already in the bull market. Yes, you can pull back down, but we are already in the bull market. Now, when you look at some kind of altcoins, doesn't matter what kind of altcoins you look at, right? So yes, we went down big time up here. We tried to go a little bit up, but entire this thing up here, even this move up here. So right now over here, it's starting. Entire this thing up here towards the upside up here right now, it's the altcoin season. But people don't think that, altcoin season not yet because they are waiting for this last part, right? So it starts slowly up here and then, goes up very, very fast. So people think that this part over here is the altcoin season. But the entire part is the altcoin season because already over here right now, when Bitcoin is stopping out, doing this last move, and altcoins did this final bottom down here. You will see a lot of altcoins doing this double bottom down here. You will see a lot of, doing, the stuff on the bottom. So there will be altcoin season. Altcoins will explode. But very here, down here at the bottom up here, this is where the altcoin season starts. So when exactly is gonna be when people are saying that altcoin season, it's here, that's probably the last part. So when people start screaming about altcoin season, it's probably over, guys. It's probably over. So remember that when they are like altcoin season is here, yeah, woo, it's probably over. That reminds me on the chart, we have our cheat sheet, and we got the time frames and everything like that, right? So over here right now, we are getting huge pumps because a lot of these ETFs are getting, proposed. and a lot of these companies are filing for ETFs. Now, the ETFs are not live just yet. They will be live at one point, but they are not live just yet. And although they are getting filed right now, it is very bullish. Once they are live, it's no longer bullish. It's a sell the news event. We already know everybody expects ETF big money to come in. You gotta understand that big money has already bought spot Bitcoin for a long time. So the ETF guys that wanna, buy ETFs, they already bought down here. So they're gonna wait until it comes up here towards the upside. And once it gets there, the ETFs are gonna go live. Once they're live, why is my face so white? I didn't even see that. Doesn't matter. Once the ETFs go live, they will be shorting the heck out of Bitcoin. And you might say but it's going towards the upside. Well, they have spot, they have a hard Bitcoin in their cold wallets. And they're going to be dumping on the market, selling these profits over here at the top. At the same time, they're going to have a huge short position in the ETFs. And they're going to be crapping on the market. So I would say that once ETFs come, to the market, it's no longer bullish. It is bullish as long as ETFs are not here. It is bullish, but as soon as they are here, it becomes bearish. It might not be the very top. It might still continue towards the top, but it is bearish. So remember that ETFs right now bullish, but when they are live, it's kind of bearish. It's kind of bearish. Remember that. The moons, guys. The moons. What are the moons over here? Daily time frame moons. We got 3 days left. 1, 2, 3 up here. There is not a lot of days left, guys. The super moon is coming. The very first super moon is 3rd July. 3rd July up here. And everything is getting ready up here for a beautiful pump towards the upside. How long have we been talking about the moons? How long have we been talking about the moons? The super moons. So, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's very, very bullish on the charts. I don't think, you gotta understand this, guys. You gotta understand this. So where are we gonna start? What is so bullish about it? Before we, we're not gonna, expand too much on this, but you just saw that monthly time frame. You are breaking the resistance level on the monthly time frame. You are bullish. By definition, you break resistance level, you become bullish. The channel up here towards upside still not broken. We are still on an uptrend. This downtrend over here got broken. This over here got broken. Everything's getting broken. Right now, you are pulling towards upside. You are an uptrend without actually breaking uptrend. You are bullish. Moving averages up here on the chart. You're above all moving averages on the monthly time frame right now. You're above all moving averages on the weekly time frame. You're above all moving averages on the 3 days, 2 days, daily time frame, 12-hourly time frame. You're above all moving averages. 8-hourly above all moving averages. 6-hourly, 4-hourly, 1-hourly moving is above all moving averages. I think how long can we do? 30 minutes. 30 minutes not 1-hourly. All the time frames, you're above all moving averages on all time frames. And if you remember from the last bull market, this is one of the indicators that we've been looking for in a strong uptrend. If this is not strong uptrend, everything from 1 hour to monthly time frame is above moving averages. You cannot become more bullish than this. You have to understand that. Not only that, we have the greatest opportunity right now because Bitcoin is gonna do the last move. Altcoin season is gonna come. And I think right now might be the greatest, not a financial advice, of course, guys, not a financial advice, but my own opinion. I think it might be just the greatest time to buy altcoins right now, because once Bitcoin is done, it's going to go into some kind of consolidation phase. The altcoins, the money will flow out of Bitcoin into everything else, and you're going to have altcoin season at the end, right? But right now it starts to, I'm not saying leverage or anything like that, but I think my opinion right now, some kind of spot buying is in place because it's so low. So I'm bullish. I'm not ecstatic or, like usually, extremely bullish, because usually when I'm that, when we start playing Dodge Daddy and stuff like that, it falls down. But I'm very confidently bullish. It's kind of different feeling, it's like, I have no worries. I don't think that it's gonna drop down. I'm just looking at the charts from the sidelines. Everything looks nice and dandy, and it makes me comfortable. I'm very comfortable. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't see any kind of topping out. I see this continuation. I think this is explode. I think altcoins are gonna go crazy. I think if you are not in, if you're listening to Crypto Save, you're probably gonna get wrecked. Of course, Capo gonna get wrecked. Of course, these guys are totally, you know, we are right now back at 31k, and they still think that we are gonna go down. Can we go down? Of course we can go down, but before that happens, something needs to happen on the chart. You cannot be a technical analyst and say that for whatever reason this is gonna go down, right? You cannot be technical analysis and say for whatever reason this is gonna go down. You can say there's probability for that, and that's fine, but you cannot say, oh, this is gonna go down because there is a resistance up here. There is always some kind of resistance somewhere, and that's why I say breaking the resistance level on a big time frames is a hugely bullish move. We got 16 hours left of the monthly candle. We got a couple of days left on the weekly candle, and you know, everything looks nice. Everything looks nice. Any questions you guys want to ask? Anything you want to look at? Do you mind looking at Algorand? Yeah, somebody mentioned Algorand somewhere on Twitter, and for some reason it is looking bad, right? So yeah, I saw this on Twitter up here, right? So this Algorand actually came down to the bottom of the previous, you know, Corona dump down here, 2020, and I really don't like these coins, right? So, you know, I don't have faith in something that, you know, creates almost lower low than previous bear market, right? So it's not something that I like. Now, on the other hand, everything pumps. Doesn't matter what whether that's called EOS or Bitcoin Cash or Algorand. Everything pumps because, you know, even FTX pumps and Luna 2 pumps and you know, everything pumps. Everything's algo is done. It's done, but it's gonna have these, you know, scam pumps and stuff like that, right? This over here is big move. This extortion pattern. If once you know this extortion pattern up here breaks towards the upside, that might give it a nice pump up here towards the upside, but you know, the problem is that you don't know how long this is going to continue before you get one of these pumps. Now look at FTT, guys. FTT. No, look at look at FTT. I posted this in we can just release. I posted it because right, people are talking right now, oh, FTT is pumping towards the upside up here very nicely, right? So you got this very nice bullish move up here towards the upside. The problem up here, these are scam pumps, guys. This is FTX token. Nobody trusts this thing. It's just like Luna. There will be, you know, major big pumps up here towards the upside. I mean, it always happens. You get, you know, these huge pumps up here. This is 3-4x pump. This up here is, you know, 2x pump. This over here is 3x pump. These pumps comes and then you gotta believe. This is very common in any kind of you know, pump and up coin. The coin will go something like this. They will decide, okay, time to pump. It will go very speedy towards the upside and then will bleed slowly towards the downside, right? Big move up and then bleed. Big move up and then bleed. And right now I'm expecting bleed again. Because over here, you can see up here, it's not even above the resistance levels, right? I mean, it needs to do a little bit more up here until it comes. But, you know, these big speedy moves until the resistance up here, you know, they just don't play out. So, you know, this is more for shorting opportunity than, you know, long opportunity, even though it went up. The same thing goes for Bitcoin Cash. I do not know what's happening in Bitcoin Cash or why it goes towards upside this much right now. But my idea about Bitcoin Cash is it's a pump and up coin, right? So unless, you know, I am terribly wrong about this, this looks like, you know, it came down to some kind of bottom over here. It cannot push it more down. There was probably some kind of accumulation and somebody decided, hey man, let's pump Bitcoin Cash for whatever reason. And they pump Bitcoin Cash. And after, you know, I don't know if it's going to stop here or up there. But after this, you know, very speedy pump towards the upside, it, you know, it starts doing this up here move, you know, towards the downside. It bleeds towards the downside. Sometimes if this bleeds does happen and goes back below these previous points up here, it's pretty much, you know, tells you everything you need to know. Tells you everything you need to know. Good coins do not go back below previous levels, guys. Good coins do not go back below previous levels. Over here you will see EOS. I don't know, guys. You know what I think about EOS and stuff like that. Up here these are Corona dumps. Up here this is the bear market in 2019, and right now you are sitting at, this was at $2. You are down by 75% or something like that up here, give or take, you know, 60% from the 2019. Imagine being in crypto since 2019 for 4 or 5 years, and you're down by still by 50%. You bought the bottom up here, bottom of this up here, and you're still down. It cannot be a good coin, guys. It cannot be a good coin. It just doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work that way. The same thing right now with Algorand. I do not trust this coin. I do not try because I do not know fundamentals. I do not understand fundamentals. A lot of these stuffs, right? I mean, technically some, I mean, I'm not totally stupid, I can read and, you know, understand it, but I really don't care, right? But I look at a chart and it says me like over here, you are going below the previous lows, like, you know, what kind of fundamentals are keeping this, you know, alive? What kind of fundamentals? And, but I like strong charts. Strong charts do not have these kind of moves towards downside. Strong chart is a phantom. I think phantom up here, yeah, phantom is strong chart, it's keeping up here nicely. Also very important up here that phantom up here, he had these previous lows. He managed to hold that, bumped up, still not below, it's strong chart. Another strong chart is Matic. I don't know if you've seen Matic, but Matic is a strong chart. Let me show you Matic. What is Matic? Up here is Matic, right? Matic up here. Here is the recapitulation is still keeping above that very, very nicely, right? So Matic, although it went down up here too much, up here, this capitulation up here, I think it's gonna go over here towards upside. Right now, it's some kind of bottom. It's still a strong chart. These strong charts do not pull back down. Now you might disagree on the next one. Next one is BNB, and BNB is also very, very strong chart. It's not below the previous capitulation over here. It did not even talk about these levels down here. It not pull anywhere close down here. I think, you know, BNB is very, very strong. But one of the strongest chart right now, more bullish chart, I talked about this before, is Tron. Tron is one of the most bullish chart up here. Where's the capitulation up here? October. This is June, capitulation up here, went up, down a little bit up here, and still up here, all the way up there, and still pushing towards upside. Tron is one of the most, you know, most bullish charts in crypto right now. And you gotta, you know, what we're looking on the charts, we're looking for strong coins and weak coins. Algorand, EOS, a lot of these other coins that are below June 2022 capitulation lows are weak coins. That does not mean they're not gonna pump, because everything pumps. But if you are below June lows from 2022 capitulation, but if you are also below the bottom of the 2019, you know, bottom in Bitcoin, I mean, something is not right. Like EOS, something is not right with EOS. They got nothing. They got nothing. What about Cardano? Yeah, Cardano is a problem because let me see Cardano up here. Cardano is up. Cardano is okay, but it's not where it might. You know, let's look at this logarithmic chart. So here's the thing with Cardano. Cardano had one of the biggest moves up here towards upside. The biggest move towards upside. So when he had this capitulation up here, he still continued, you know, into exhaustion pattern up here towards downside. He's still going up here sideways, but I think right now hitting some kind of bottom, it might actually explode towards upside. That said, it didn't hold these bottoms over here. You can see up here, it tried to hold the bottom. There was too much selling pressure, and it's still going towards downside, because a lot of mainstream, if you remember from the previous bull market, Cardano was one of the biggest euphoria moves and mainstream and normies buys, right? This is the coin that's gonna make them rich. This is the thing. This is the most bullish thing. Cardano was #1 bullish thing. You know, people didn't buy Bitcoin, didn't buy Ethereum, but Cardano, that was their big bet, right? And every time you have one of these coins where there is a too much mainstream, you know, weekends FOMOing in at the top, the dump towards downside need to go a lot lower and a lot harder to get all of these people out. So I wouldn't say that this is very bad, because this, you know, it's not like Algorand right now. You know, Algorand had, you know, some kind of, you know, hype, but, you know, the hype wasn't that big. Cardano, on the other hand, the hype was so huge, you know, and it's only normal to go, but it's not going below the previous lows down here. You know, these are lows down here. It's not going below these lows up here, not even close. This is November 2022. It's coming close, but it's not going below those lows. It's not EOS, you know, and right now we're expecting more pump up here. So if these pumps up here fails to maybe, so if you have, for example, right now, for the next 3 months, there will be altcoin season and Bitcoin will go towards the upside, I think. So you will see up here that, you know, there are some kind of support on this level. So if you see a bit, you know, Cardano go up here, maybe up here towards the upside, and then we end, you know, altcoin season ending up here at the top, and then again it pulls back towards the downside, I would say something is wrong. Because after this altcoin season, And after the pump, Cardano needs to establish itself above this channel over here, right? It needs to have established itself above the channel up here and continue to go its upside. Because I have invested in Cardano, so I will be definitely looking whether this channel up here fails up here, something like this, and start going towards downside up here again, which might actually be show a lot of weakness. Because after this altcoin season, it needs to establish itself up here somewhere at the top. It needs to get out of this accumulation zone eventually, right? And then it can actually continue towards the upside. But if it starts, you know, having trouble even pumping up and everything pumps more than it and starts going again towards the downside, then it will definitely go lower when the big drops towards the 2024 comes. 2024 XRP, there is also Link, of course. People have been talking about Link a lot, and the problem with Link up here, it is okay coin, but it's not very strong coin. And you can see up here it's going into this, you know, fake out towards downside. So I think everything is at the bottom. I think everything is gonna go, but it's been in this, you know, very sideways accumulation zone for a very long time. But it's not below previous lows, which is very good. It's not below previous low. It is holding strongly. You know, will it go to 2000 or something like that? Previous size up here might happen, you know, stuff like that. It is strong coin because it is holding these accumulation levels up here very strongly. This is a weekly time frame. This has been going on since May 2022. Right now, for you know over a year, we had the accumulation zone and Link. So I'm definitely in, you know, Link is not bleeding towards downside. Somebody is buying this. Somebody's buying these levels down here, right? Somebody's buying these levels. They're pushing it towards the upside right now. And I'm definitely, you know, believer in that Link is, you know, Link Marines is gonna, you know, prevail at the end because it's not bleeding down that much. It's not below previous lows and stuff like that, right? And XRP as well. XRP is also, well, XRP. XRP is also doing very nicely, just like Link up here. But XRP looks already more bullish than Link, because this curvature up here is already happening, guys. You might not see it, but you know the curvature is already happening towards the upside up here. You don't have any more of these, you know, lower lows up here, because you gotta on the chart, you have, you know, a low, higher low, higher low, higher low. You know, this is increasing towards the upside. Once right now it's some kind of bottom over here. Once next time it breaks this resistance up here, this is gonna flow. This is gonna go hard. So I think, you know, and you can see up here also that these lows did not come back to these previous lows up here. They did come back to, you know, 2070. Where is the capitulation up here? Very close down to these bottoms up here, but you know it's still looking bullish, because this is capitulation over here. This capitulation in in June 2022, it held nice. Held the bottom very nice. It came out of this accumulation zone. It has this move towards upside, and right now it's gonna go into this, you know, altcoin season. At least the way I'm looking at the chart. So you know it does look very nice. So as you can see, guys, there are good coins and there are bad coins. There are good altcoins and bad altcoins. Everything is gonna pump, and some of these bad altcoins might pump more than, you know, good altcoins. I'm not saying that, because bad altcoins might have low market cap. They pump more. It's just nature of how, you know, low liquidity pushes the market towards upside and downside. But everything looks good on the charts. I mean, if you take anything from this video, it's that we got a supermoon season coming in. It's 4 supermoons between 3rd of July and October. 4 supermoons, full moon supermoons. We got a monthly candles closing above major resistance levels. We are above all moving averages on all time frames. Everything looks nice. Altcoins are at double bottom something everything. I know, if you're not bullish right now, I don't know what you are. What you waiting for? What you waiting for? You know, you want an easy 10x buy each, and it might be easy 10x. I managed to get 190x long from 0.1. Wow, that's big. Cardano is a sell-off tomorrow because one exchange has to sell tomorrow. I don't get that. Doge, one of the strongest long. Yeah, Dogecoin is all. I'm also bullish on Dogecoin. You know, guys don't understand. Elon Musk, the richest guy in the world, the biggest meme on the internet, the guy with the highest reach all over the place. Every single project in this space would kill to have Elon Musk shield their project. And this guy shilling, you know, Dogecoin. Do you even understand how high Dogecoin is gonna go? So Dogecoin is gonna go, Shiba is gonna go because it's you know, Shiba and Dogecoin are, you know, like a couple. Pepe is gonna go because, you know, meme season is gonna come back again. All of these coins are gonna go. All of these, you know, it's gonna be good times all over again, right? It's gonna be good times all over again. Turbo is gonna go. Turbo is gonna go. I'm sorry, I forgot Turbo. Turbo is gonna go as well. It's called Turbo. It cannot fail. Mladen is supporting Turbo. How can it fail? Guys, thank you for stopping. Elon isn't the richest guy in the world, not by a long shot. Technically, he's the richest guy on the Forbes list, but I know he's not the richest guy because the rich guys are not on the list. Guys, the richest guy in the world are not on the list, on the Forbes list. They are not even, number 1,000. The richest guys in the world, they are not on any list. They're not on any newspaper, and they are very, very rich. The trillionaires, yeah, I understand, but you know, technically, the richest people that, you know, mainstream think it's the richest guy, you know, he's very rich, but you know, he's not even close to the richest, you know, families, and and any kind of, you know, because Elon Musk owns a lot of shares and stuff like that, right? So he owns everything in his names, but smart people, smart money. Family money, big traditional family money, they split their wealth. As soon as they get a lot of wealth, they split it out. They do not want to get on any kind of list, you know. They're like, I'm rich, but you know, I'm not that rich, you know. My sister is rich, my trust is rich, my this and that is rich, you know, but you know, I'm not rich. No, I'm not rich. And that's a good way to think about it. Guys, don't get on any kind of list, rich list or anything like that. Don't brag about your money. Keep it low key, you know. The life is a lot better. Unless you have, you know, unless you are aspiring celebrity that you want to go out and have all the fame come to you, you know. There's that. Elon's so poor, he has to hold his wealth in his own name. Yeah, exactly. If you have to hold your own wealth in your name, you're not rich. Doesn't matter whether your name is Elon Musk or a Weiwei. Dr. Kalaf, good morning. How you doing, man? You came at very end. We had a nice chat. Guys, thank you for stopping by. As you know, bullish. And I'll see you tomorrow, same place. I don't know about tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday. But it is 1st of July, so maybe there is a stream, maybe there is not. I won't say a word about, you know, what's happening in the 410 million challenge, so you know, I'll take another opportunity, another time to talk about that. But thank you for stopping by. I'll see you again another time, and enjoy. Don't forget today, PPE numbers. If good, crypto will explode. I'll rewind. Have a nice day. Yeah. PP number. I don't know what PP number is, but you know, I can tell you my PP number. Wow, that joke is bad. Okay, guys. Arrivederci. Ciao.